a small gas chamber and they just put you in there and you.
Yep.
Do you think that's painful? A painful death or no?
Let's see.
I don't know.
Oh wow. Apparently it's not very cool.
No.
At first, there is evidence of extreme horror, pain, and strangling.
Yeah.
The eyes pop, the skin turns purple, and the victim begins to drool.
Yeah, no. I think I'm going with the shooting thing. I'm just going with that over there.
Bro, they told one of these guys in 1960 to nod his head if like he was hurting.
Yeah, does this suck? He's like,
and he was like, apparently he nodded for several minutes.
This really
It was
sucks.
not a quick. It wasn't like a quick like. Damn. You breathe a little gas and you die.
Yeah, that's a bad one. That's a bad one.
Bro, I can only imagine like firing squad.
That's
like,
instant
dude,
though. That's instant.
Maybe.
I mean, firing squad, you just get shot in the head, right? That's it. That's better than
what if they shoot
suffocating
you in your chest?
Well, that's not the idea. I don't think. I think that guy's fired. By the way,
yeah. I'm shooting somebody in the dick.
Yeah, ha. Yeah.
Put me on the firing squad. I'm like,
oh, I thought I was supposed to be one of the ones without the bullet. Like, isn't that the idea?
Wait, I think that's how they get handed the guns, and
only one of them has a bullet.
One guy has a bullet. Everybody else has got a blank. And
or do they all have bullets? And then
that's what I don't get. Like,
yeah, just give them all the bullets.
Why are you gonna secretively lay the punishment on one dude?
You all get it.
Well, you all signed up for firing squad, man. Yeah. Like, you all get bullets.
You're all in the club, so basically, you all get the bullets, and also it's gonna like make very, very sure that this person dies. Like, we're shooting this dude in the head. 7 bullets is gonna be better than 1.
Yeah,
we'll spring for the extra 6.
Why don't we just get more dudes? Like, use like 100 dudes.
Just
annihilate these motherfuckers.
Yeah, just
like if we're gonna go to the
cheeseburger,
extreme,
just cheeseburger them, just like
yeah, give them some good, real big guns too.
Yeah, I like that.
Stop with all like the rifles and like give everybody like a semi-automatic shotgun and just let them like pump this dude.
It's more fun. Yeah, I think you're onto something. I mean, there's certain people in this world that deserve, horrible punishments, and certain people in this world that deserve horrible punishments. There's one that comes to mind right now for me, and it's the type of person that hits the handicap button on the door instead of opening the door. You know what I'm talking about, Mikey? You know the handicap button? That'll open the door automatically. You go click, click.
Yeah, and it pops the door open so that lazy handicappers can get indoors.
They're okay to hit it, but if you're normal, if you're a normie, and you're hitting that button, I hate you. Do you know why?
This is not for you.
It's not for you. Number 1, and number 2, it's slow as shit. It's slow as fuck. And once it starts doing that. It's on like a mechanism where you can't force it like to open quicker. So I gotta stand there and wait for your dumb fucking door because you hit the button. You're holding me up because you hit the button, and it's this slow ass door when I could have just gone zoop and opened the door and I could have been inside.
No, it's
have you encountered this? Is this something I encounter like on the reg, like at my factory? Because there's a lot of these like goddamn doors, and people are just so goddamn late. They hit them. They hit the button, and then it's just.
I can remember even, 10 years ago when I was going to college, they had the little handicap button, and literally everyone used it.
Hate it.
It was just like, at that point, just make the doors fucking automatic.
Yeah, I mean, and even those annoy me too sometimes if the sensor's not like fast enough or in the right spot where it like. You basically have to get in the perfect spot for the door to fucking open when I could if you're slowing me down, if doors are slowing me down, or if I'm mad. Like it's like if you're standing in a doorway you can doubly get fucked because you're now I've got no recourse because you're a person. Move, person. You're in the doorway.
Yeah, stop being a nuisance to me.
Yeah. So that's my gripe for today is doors. Just
I don't like them. I don't want them.
No.
Get them out of here.
Get them out of here. If I could live in a doorless world, just
archways.
Just archways
as far as the eyes can see.
I appreciate a good arch. A good archway is something.
I don't think there are enough of them nowadays.
I agree. I think we need
too many doors.
Too many doors. We need to bring back the arch. Yeah. Too many.
Well, I mean, why does everyone want to be so closed off?
I know. Let's open this thing up. Let's open up the doors.
Oh, Owen.
Yeah.
You know how we were talking about firing squad?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the fine state of Utah in 2015
reinstated the firing squad.
And because like apparently Utah's primary method of capital punishment is lethal injection, and as you know, like for a couple years they were really having a problem securing enough
the
of
right
the
drugs, right?
So they said, hey,
that's supposed to be pretty inhumane and shitty too. Like that's supposed to be a pretty
it's
horrible death. Yeah.
It's so like it doesn't always work the right way, even though you end up dead.
The electric chair was kind of like got rid of for those same reasons over time, but I think even people said like, nah, I think the electric chair might have been actually better than compared to this. Yeah. So because of that, Utah brought it back, the firing squad.
So yeah, Utah was basically like, hey, guys, if we can't find enough
death fluids. What?
Whoa. I'm reading further. Prior to the reauthorization, firing squad was only a method of execution in Utah. You could choose.
Oh, you can opt in. You can opt in.
Yeah,
I'm doing that. If I do something, where
and then a bunch of states were like, "Oh, Utah, you're bringing it back." Well, Mississippi,
good idea.
Yeah, Mississippi, Oklahoma, and South Carolina were like, fuck yeah, we're bringing back the firing squad as well.
All those states totally checks out, by the way. Like, those would be the states that opt into that program.
Dude, do you know when the last time we shot a man to death was?
When? Florida?
Not us. It was in Utah.
Oh, okay.
But 2010, they shot a man to death.
Well,
and now he chose it because he was like, I don't want to be lethally injected. Like, firing squad me, please.
It is kind of metal, though. Like, it's way more metal than, like, stick a needle in me. Like, I hate needles. Like, just, shoot me in the face. Like, let's go. Let's do this.
Okay, so even more to this. So, how this happens, the prisoner is typically bound to a chair with leather straps across his waist and head in front of an oval-shaped canvas wall. The chair is surrounded by sandbags to absorb the prisoner's blood. It's not to absorb blood, it's to absorb the fucking bullets, you dumbass.
Yeah, you dum-dums.
You don't need a sandbag to absorb blood.
No.
Okay, so
it's to not fuck up the wall.
Yeah. They hood the person who's about to get shot.
I don't want a hood. Can you not hood me?
I'm staring somebody down.
I want to look them dead in the eyes. Yeah.
So,
and I want to be like, blah, blah, blah,
let me do this a little bit.
Yeah. If I could, I would. Yeah.
So
why you gotta strap me down? I'm already here. You guys got guns. Like, where am I going? You're gonna shoot me. Why you guys strap me down? Like, come on. Like, just let me do the tongue thing. Come on. I mean, if I perchance like I start to run, guess what? You guys just shoot me. Yeah.
So then a doctor comes over with a stethoscope, locates your heart, and then they pin a little target to your heart.
Whoa.
And they're like, okay, getting ready.
So they don't go for the head. I figured they would just go like plop to the brain. They go straight. No. They go for the heart. Is that quicker? Is that quicker? You think than the brain? Quicker death, right? That's so that's obviously probably why they do it. But I never thought of that.
I think it's so that you can still be presented. Like if you chose to have like a funeral.
Fuck that. You're getting murdered by the government. You don't get a funeral anymore. Like we've deemed you like. You can't even be around alive in society. You can't even be alive in jail. We're killing you. Why do you get a funeral? No. You get thrown in the dump.
Oh man. Dude, so they don't really even apparently they just kind of like fire through like slits in like a secondary wall.
So how do they see the heart then? How do they see that they're shooting for the heart?
They don't care because basically what it says right here is you're supposed to die by like they shoot you center mass. You die by blood loss just because you've been shot.
So wait, they all do have live rounds then, and so all these people are taking right. It's not the old thing where 1, 2, 3, I'll shoot it once. One of the things is live, the others are blanks. We don't know who shot the weapon because that was what I always thought the firing squad was.
So apparently,
they all have live bullets.
It's different state to state. In Utah, there are 3 shooters, and one of them is given a blank, but they don't know which one of them was given the blank.
I like that logic the other way around. I do kind of like it that way around. It's
only like, one blank. There's 3 dudes, but one blank.
So if there's 4, if there's 4 of you. One of you didn't kill a guy. The other 3 totally killed a dude. Like
you gotta, dude. Even the odds are bad on that. If you want to be the guy who didn't kill somebody,
I'm pretty sure you could just give them all 4 of the bullets, and they wouldn't care if they're opting into like the firing squad team. Then I'm not sure that they care.
So in South Carolina. There are 3 shooters, and they're all given live rounds.
Oh, so South Carolina does it my way. They don't give no fucks. They're just like,
they're like, you're killing someone. All 3 of you, murderers.
And they're like, awesome. We justice. Yeah, stone cold justice.
Can you imagine the states where they're like, man, I really hope that I didn't get the blank. I'm excited.
I don't see this going down in like Portland. I don't know. I think this is definitely more of a Mississippi, South Carolina mentality.
So basically you're supposed to die as a result of blood loss from like massive trauma to your like lungs or like your heart. Or
this
like
doesn't sound like a fun way to die either, man.
Here's the worst part. The person loses consciousness when shock causes a fall in the supply of blood to the brain. If the shooters miss the heart by accident or intention, the prisoner bleeds to death slowly.
Whoa. They don't just like, all right, here's another bullet, do it right this time? I mean, come on.
And dude, this puts it out there that like, I guess we're hiring guys to shoot people if they're doing it with some dishonest intentions.
The guy, hey, end result, right? These guy's still dead. Who cares?
Okay, but if you've been on the firing squad for like 90 firings, and they're like, hey, Johnson, we need to see you in HR real quick. Yeah, Johnson, it seems like every time there's a black prisoner that we have to execute, you miss.
You miss in the nuts.
You wing somebody in the thigh, and then they bleed out.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't know, guys, I don't know. Like, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
You trying to say I'm not good at my job? You trying to say?
Like, what are you saying? That I'm a racist executioner?
You say I got into it for that very reason? Are you saying that?
This is preposterous, and I do not
definitely
appreciate these
do
accusations.
not like killing black people. I definitely do not enjoy this. Please don't take my job away. It's the only thing that gives me joy.
It's the only thing I'm qualified for.
Yeah. Done it for
No,
90.
now,
I've
hold
done it
on.
for 40 years.
What are the qualifications for you to get on as a state-sanctioned executioner?
It's a Facebook group. You just got to join it, and
You got to be active enough.
Yeah. Someone's got to invite you in. You got to know somebody. But once you post a couple memes in there. They're usually like, all right, let's give this guy a shot.
Dude, can you imagine like when they host open enrollments? I imagine in South Carolina, open enrollment for executioner is a field day.
Oh, they love it.
Everybody's there.
It's bigger than Christmas there. It's like
woohoo,
yeah. Oh man.
You suck, South Carolina.
South Carolina, the worst of the Carolinas. North Carolina, much better Carolina. Definitely the better of the Carolinas.
Okay, so then run this out. Are you going Virginia or West Virginia?
Virginia. West Virginia is full of trash people and coal miners. Disgusting.
All right.
Disgusting.
All right, so North Dakota
or South Dakota? Both are horrible. So I mean, both Dakotas.
Two thumbs down.
I feel like I would go North Dakota though. I feel like South Dakota is like, at least North Dakota's probably got some pretty sweet mountains and stuff. I feel like South Dakota it's just
and
dusty.
It's got Canada.
It's just dusty. South Dakota is dusty and gross. I don't want any part of that.
All right. If you're gonna live in Michigan,
New Mexico or Mexico?
New Mexico.
I go Mexico actually. I'm going. I like the full. I want to go full Mexicano like culture. I mean, they got luchadors down there, and they got they got some pretty sweet music and food.
Okay, so are you going Kansas or Arkansas?
Okay.
Because they spell it Arkansas.
Ooh, that one's tough.
They both seem pretty
They
shit.
both are pretty fucking terrible. I think I'm going to go, though. I think I'm going to go Arkansas over Kansas. I think I'm going to go Arkansas. I don't have much reason for it, but I feel like there's a little bit more going on in Arkansas than there is in Kansas.
Yeah, I don't think either one of them is going to be very good.
No.
So I'll probably go Arkansas because at least you'd be there and I could hang out.
Yeah, we can hang out. Is there any other ones?
I don't know. I guess if you want to live in Michigan, UP or LP?
I see. I don't know it too well. I think
it's upper.
I know it's upper peninsula, lower peninsula, but I can't remember which one's which. I think the thumb part's the better part. The thumb part. So I think that'd be lower, right?
Yeah, I think Lower Peninsula is kind of like the cool one. Upper Peninsula is like real shitty.
Yeah, I think that's the way it works. I can't remember, but I think I've heard that the thumb is where you want to be, near the thumb.
If you're in the upper part, it's just like super redneck up there.
It's farm. It's just countries and farm and shit, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
I know. There's like that's because that's where like Duncan, our buddy Duncan, kind of grew up. Was in like the middle of nowhere, country Michigan. He's like, yeah. I was nowhere near Detroit. There was nothing cool around me. It was just like cornfields and more cornfields, more or less. But yeah, so I had a lot of creative juices flowing this week, Mikey.
I saw your list was fucking huge.
Well, I had a lot of creative juices, and part of my juices, I was able to create a new song for Ono Radio Show, and I was feeling like I would debut it right now on the show if you're okay with that.
Do it.
All right.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, let's check it. You're just gonna check it out here. It's a song that I put together here. A long intro, but hey, do a dance, oh no, do a oh no dance, give a chance, let me see what's under the pants, do an oh wanna see what's in their pants. One to the left, one to the right. You gotta stick forward with every bit of might. You gotta do it. Oh no, no dance, baby. Oh no, no dance, baby. Doing no, no dance, baby. Doing no, no dance, baby. I won't do the left, I won't do the right. Gotta stick it all forward with every bit of my. Oh yeah. What'd you think, man? What'd you think? It's like it's probably my finest work.
I mean, it was really good. I'd say it was
my finest.
really good.
It's probably a masterpiece. Pretty much.
I mean, the lyrics were great. I think they could have used just like
no way
a little clarity sometimes.
What are you talking about?
It was hard to discern some of the words.
Well, that's part. I mean, this is part of the lore. Yeah, it's part of the charm. It's you making fun of my creative.
I said it was good.
Okay, I don't believe you. I don't think you liked it. I'm not gonna make anything for this. I'm not gonna do anything. You know what? I'm gonna go on vacation. I'm just gonna go.
Like you weren't gonna do that.
I'm gonna go away. I'm gonna go away for 25 days at least, and we'll see. We'll see what we have to say then. See if you know.
I'll make a song. What if I make a song?
If I can get you to do anything, it's not make a song. If I can get you to just record one thing, I'd be impressed. So I mean, if you make a song, well then now we're talking. But yeah, man. I figured that was something.
Yeah, good song, Brad.
I know. It was great, and I feel like you're putting it down. I feel like you don't like it. I
just said good song.
I don't think you mean it. I'm not. Like I said, I'm going away. I'm not gonna take this anymore. Not gonna take it anymore. I did want to talk a little bit about. It was Theresa's birthday last week.
Oh, T's birthday.
Yeah. We got started with some champagne. We got some drinks at the house. Then we went to a Mexican place. I think we visited 4 establishments, and there was dancing at the pub. There was a lot of chicanery. I had a friend come by while she was out. She went to breakfast with her dad in the morning. Owen doesn't do breakfast with dads in mornings. That's not my style. So I hung back from that, but before she came home, a friend came around and we had decorated the porch, and I got her, some flowers and some champagne, and it was nice, right? So it was a real great thing. But then of course towards the end of the night, we're drunk. We got in an argument about something. I can't remember what it was about. I mean, it would seem to be fine by the next day. But I tell you what is something that is comical in retrospect, but is annoying as hell, is infuriating while you're doing it, is being intoxicated whilst being extremely angry and taking down all these happy birthday decorations. I think it would be more funny if it was the other way around. Like you're putting them up, like you're angrily putting up, but even still taking them down, and I was throwing them in the bag, all mad. But anyway, Theresa was all drunk, and she, she's pissed off at me. I was pissed off at her. I don't know who won the fight. I guess it doesn't really matter. But she was. I walk in, and she's like half on the bed, half on her nightstand, like horizontal to the bed. So that was a new one. I was like, okay, that is a.
I don't think it's supposed to happen like that.
I don't think that. I mean, I helped adjust that, but I also noticed how one of her arms was dangling off the bed. You ever do that? Are you a dangle sleeper? Do you dangle a hand off the bed sometimes? And do you wake up because I'll do it kind of by accident, but sometimes I think I do it on purpose, sort of or I don't know, to get maybe a little cool air or something. You stick an arm out and it dangles over, but then you ever wake up and it's just literally there's no feeling left. You literally
it's dead.
It's we've all had a dead arm or whatever, but it's so dead There's no blood in it, and you literally have to use your other arm to like weekend Bernie's yourself. You have to like throw it over your, like you be half of you is Bernie. Like I've made myself. I've thought I've been like a stroke victim before, and in fact,
you're dead. And, like, it's gonna stay like that.
Yeah. And it's just, but no, it's just I'm a dumbass, and I've left my hand a flopping.
So for one, no, I don't dangle because I have a weird.
You're not a dangler.
I oddly, like, I have to like pin my hands down or like tuck them under a pillow or something.
I am kind of like that for the most part, but
I need to like secure my arms, or I will literally like tuck them under me, and
I'll
then
put them in my boxers sometimes. Like I'll put both hands, and it's like, yeah, I'll do that one. Basically, both hands have to cover my balls. Like, and then
you can sleep.
Yeah, I can sleep good. Yeah.
I definitely do that one. I tend to sleep with like a pillow between my legs, and I'm like holding
a pillow.
Like a pillow.
Yeah.
So it's like my hands are pretty much like
they're occupied. They're tucked away. All right, fair.
Also, but second point, I had it the other day when you were speaking about your pieces of your body falling asleep.
Yeah.
Where I sat on the toilet for too long.
Oh no, and your legs fell asleep.
And I must have been there just long enough where I stood up.
There's nothing in there.
I wiped and then stood up, and like almost fell forward.
Your legs are like,
oh my god,
like they're buckling underneath you because they're dead.
Yeah, I have to lock both my knees like upright and then
hold on to the shower rail or something. The towel rail.
Oh my god! And my wife is like, "Are you okay? Like, did something happen?" I'm like, my legs fell asleep the moment I stood up, and now I'm stuck. She's like, "Oh, baby." I'm like, "I know. I can't go anywhere, and I'm stuck, and I just want to be done pooping." Oh, it was.
How long did it last? You have to wiggle, just dance around a little, wiggle them a bit, or
they were so asleep that like when
how long
moved,
was the poop?
We're talking like a 10 to 15
Whoa,
minutes.
Yeah, it's a long time. You got to cut that shit back, man. That's not good. That's not good for you.
Bro, so like every time I would move just a little bit, it was like it would loosen and refill and then just
more in there.
But yeah, I definitely felt like I was going to fall over. My legs were so asleep. And like when you move them, they do that like pins and needles shooting pain through them. So I'm like, ow,
I like a good pins and needles sometimes. I actually I like a good pins and needles.
Yeah, I just feel like I feel so helpless when it happens. I'm like, this can't possibly be healthy. Like, I need to change my life.
Yeah. You shit your legs asleep. You shouldn't be doing that. Like, yeah. You know what is a weird? You know what's a weird pain that is both like, it's kind of like a pins and needles. It hurts like hell, but there's just a tiny bit of some like enjoyment or pleasure out of it. Follow me here, because I feel like pins and needles is a bit like that. But ice cream head.
Oh, like brain freeze?
Yeah, ice cream head.
That's the British saying.
It's better. I like ice cream head. But yeah, you know what I mean?
That can be so hit and miss for me, because I feel like I can chug down a Slurpee, no brain freeze, but if I accidentally take too much like ice cream in one spoon, I'm like,
yeah, it's like a weird. Ice cream head can paralyze a motherfucker. Like it can put a grown man down. Like it'll get you. It'll definitely get you,
bro. So in very much the same vein, have you ever just smelt something so awful that you're just like, you're stunned?
Yeah,
like,
you're literally stunned.
Yeah, you're like,
yeah.
You days off and you're like, whoa.
Yeah. That or when like, I remember I had this when I was probably in college, and like I had kept like my apartment like completely black, probably because I was doing drugs the night before or I was drunk and didn't want the sun getting in. But then it was like that hot, bright ass Florida sun day, and I didn't have my sunglasses, and I opened the door after being in the pitch black, and it was that just like that light that just it's straight up. Yeah, it like fucks you up. Like it fucks you up for like 2 minutes. Like, what is going on here?
Or like you've been inside like a dark venue all day, and like that first, like you open the door into like the daytime, you're like,
what the fuck is? Yeah, it's
a flashbang just went off, and you're like, good God.
It's a weird feeling. Yeah, totally. Yeah, definitely all kind of in the same vein. It's like stuff that just, I guess, temporarily incapacitates you, or like it just has this numbing of, I don't know.
Dude, I do remember there was a time where I was working in this it was this little tiny kitchen making tacos when I was young, and they were just like, they were working me like a dog, and I was just so hot and overworked that the moment I stepped into the freezer, like I was like I got dizzy and like I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like I had to like brace myself and like stop and be like, whoa, this isn't good.
Like you're literally like shaking it off. Like, yeah. Those are good times. You know what I think else is a good time, and I think it might be time for my game.
What is type of clip? To bring forth the clips.
Hey, oh no, mine's literally hitting the button and it's not working. This motherfucker. Oh, good job, thing. Good job. I guess we'll have to do it manually.
Clips! You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips! You know we got 'em, baby. Clips!
Yeah, close to the time of the show, we take a look at all of the random stuff that we find on the internets. Oopsies. I think we should be good. You see my cone, Mike?
I see the cone.
All right, as long as you see the cone, then we can do some clips. We were talking about how awesome some of those electric wheelchairs were, and how earlier in the show. And let us not forget the king of the electric wheelchair. You will remember this commercial. It is the king of all electric wheelchair type commercials, mobile assisted devices, whatever they're called. Let us never forget the glory of the hover round.
Round, round, get around, I get around,
I get around.
yeah, get around, round, round, I get around.
If you're having trouble getting around, you need a Hover-Round power chair. I'm Tom Cruise, inventor of the Hover-Round. I'm a nurse by profession, so I know how important...
Tom Cruise is a snack. I mean, look at this guy. What a beefcake here. The inventor of the
shredded.
Yeah, this guy is shredded. Also, with a name like Tom Cruise, spelled different, I expect no less. But this Tom Cruise could beat the shit out of the other Tom Cruise.
He's like sauntering over, like he's got to move around his muscles.
Yeah, well, he's got to make sure he doesn't step on his own dick. It's so big. Like, this guy is just this guy is packing for sure.
Tom Cruise, inventor of the Hover-Round. I'm a nurse by profession, so I know how important...
You're a nurse?
It is to your well-being to have a power chair that gives you independence and freedom. The freedom to get around and enjoy life again.
My Hover-Round has changed everything.
Get around, round, round, I get around, get around, round.
We say that Hover-Rounds are round for...
I'm definitely getting a hover round when I'm old. Like,
oh yeah,
over all of the other scooters, like I want a hover round. They're the best. They can go round corners.
Because
it's got like a 0G turning.
And I got to deal with all these fucking doors in society. I need something that can get through these goddamn doors.
You wouldn't need that if we were an archway society.
That's right.
With a square front, your Hover-Round allows you to maneuver easily, whether you're indoors or out. That's why I urge you to call us to find out how you can get a Hover-Round in your home.
I feel very safe because of the maneuverability.
Hover-Round also gives you freedom from pain. Our custom-fitted seats are designed to give you total support and comfort all day long.
The only thing about the Hover-Round that gets a little old after a while is that every time you're in it, the Beach Boys play. Like, it's just like that I think it's just a side effect of the Hover-Round. Like, you know, you got to deal with it.
You gotta be smiling the whole time.
Yeah, but because you're listening to the Beach Boys, like doing the Beach Boys things, you know?
Oh, and if I was missing like almost all of my legs, do you think they would sell me a Hover-Round where I kind of like
What do you mean?
mount in?
What do you mean almost all of your legs? You have more than two?
No, I'm saying like I'm missing like 90% of my legs. Like I only have the
Oh.
stumpiest of little stumps.
Oh,
Do you think they would sell me a Hover-Round where I like fit in, like I walk in?
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll get you one, man. I'll get you a seatbelt or something. Well, I'll hover around you up if that happens. I'll get you sorted. Don't worry.
I'm cutting my legs off tomorrow.
All right.
So
Cool. All right.
They're fully loaded with our exclusive pressure release system featuring lumbar support, 4-inch thick
Look at that
foam, and
foam.
covered ride inner springs.
I need one.
It's a great ride, and it didn't cost me a penny.
What? Do you steal it, bitch?
9 out of 10 people got their Hover-Rounds for little or no cost last year. You'll get a team of Hover-Round specialists.
Okay. How do we get a free hover round, Mike?
I think we need to. We think we first of all need to be disabled to some extent.
That's okay. Well, we got to figure that one out. Once we figure,
I already
that,
did. Like I said, I'm
Okay.
chopping my legs
chopping
off
your legs
tomorrow.
up. I'm thinking that's a little extreme. I'm gonna try and keep the leg. But
I don't think they give you a Hover-Round if you lose a finger.
I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna work on what I'm gonna do some research, see what it takes, and I'm gonna get it.
What finger are you losing if you have to lose a finger?
Right ring.
Fair.
Right ring. Don't want to lose my left ring because Theresa would be mad. But if I lost my right ring, I don't think I need it. I don't know. Like, I was about to say pinky, but I feel like pinkies can be useful because they're at the end of the hands. And there's like some dexterity there. I don't feel like my ring finger does much of nothing. In fact, I think it's the laziest of all the fingers.
Well, like the thumb, that guy's the workhorse.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
not getting
that
rid
guy
of
does.
Thumb and index. Index is his like second-hand man. I'm not losing him either. I don't want to. Yeah, I need to get my pincher on, right? Like I need. Thumb, index,
Fine
finger,
tune.
fine tune. Like I need those. Middle, I'm keeping for straight. You know,
The bird.
Yeah, middle finger reasons.
Yeah.
Like ring on
That's
the.
also the blasting finger. That's the finger
Yeah.
you blast with.
Well, I think for me, I'm an index, middle kind of tandem tag team pair.
I
But,
thought you meant you were a 2-finger always.
I mean, well, it depends on the day. The left ring finger though, he's purely there just as he's kind of dead weight apart from just holding on to my ring. That's literally his only job is to do that. And yeah, my right one, he's right ring finger, weakest of the fingers.
Fair.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
Yeah. All right. Moving on with our clips here. Let's check out the Mikey Balboa Easter special. Oh.
Hi, this is Mikey Balboa, and this is 5 rounds of Mikey Balboa. My favorite holiday is coming up, Easter Sunday. So we're gonna do my top 5 favorite things to do on Easter.
Okay. This might be one of those games that we play, Mike. Fake or not fake. Is this guy putting it on? Or is Mikey Balboa the real deal? What do you think, so?
I think judging by the quality and by his loss of hair, this is a real clip.
Okay.
There's no put on.
5 rounds with Mikey Balboa.
So, number 5.
Number 5.
Eat my favorite Easter breakfast, which consists of multi-flavored Peeps, brought to you by Peepsy.
Okay. He's drinking, is that a pep? What is that? Wait a minute.
Bon appetit.
That's Peep Pepsi.
Okay, and now he's eating the Peeps like cereal with Pepsi poured on him.
This is why all your hair fell out, man.
Yeah, it's not a good look. It's not. So is he just gonna?
I mean, you didn't need to show me the whole,
number
you eating
4.
the whole bowl.
Watching my favorite. Easter
Number
movie
4,
on
he's gonna
Easter
watch some
Sunday.
Easter movies.
My favorite movie is Passion of the Christ. Take a look.
Oh man. Oh, and I might have to recant.
I don't
This
know.
could be a bit.
I don't know. Is this a bit or not? I'm on the fence. I'm definitely on the fence. Also, real or not, if your favorite movie, by the way, is Passion of the Christ, even if you're a psychopath, right?
Get fucked.
You get fucked. I like how he has the music behind the Passion of the Christ though right now.
So, number 3, sing my favorite Easter song, which is Here Comes Peter Cottontail.
Warning. The segment Favorite Easter Song has been cut due to copyright infringement. The footage was destroyed by the offices of Spinell LLC and will never be recovered.
So, number 2,
So it's just bad bit. Is that it?
Yeah, it's just a poorly done bit.
Okay, yeah, I think that's it.
go on an Easter egg hunt. I'm gonna go in the woods and see how many of these Easter eggs I can gather.
Oh wait, he was gonna go on an Easter egg hunt,
But now he's getting ransacked by the Easter Bunny.
Easter Bunny looks like he's the ethering him, or is he?
What, he put ether on his glove?
Maybe I just. Oh, he's duct taping him up or something.
Looks like he's possibly taping him, but that tape looks
Shitty.
shitty as all shit.
Yeah, get some new tape. That's been sitting outside in the sun. That's the one you forgot. Now these guys, just 2 dudes with sunglasses, coming.
One hunky looking guy and one chunky
dumpy
looking guy.
Asian.
Dumpling Asian.
Oh, I see what you did there. And now we've got them. So they're in cahoots with the Easter Bunny.
Been looking for you for months.
Oh.
Talked to Baldwin, learned how to get away with murder. They're taking care of it.
Spinell, you'll never get away with this.
That's actually kind of dangerous. Putting that bag over his head like that. Oh, wait. So, all this copyrighted music, he was worried about that one song.
Bob.
Is this just to show that this guy's a badass? Like, he's gonna kill the Easter Bunny? I don't know what this is, but I don't think I like it very much.
I mean, it started off as just a poor bit, and then
Yeah,
you
and
wanted to do some cool,
some
like,
mini movie
killing
slasher
stuff.
film. Yeah, okay. Let's just get. Let's see what he says at the end here. I guess if we must.
Oh look, I found all my Easter eggs. So, number 1, dying Easter eggs. I like to dye my eggs with the blood of my enemies.
This is terrible. This is not good. And I'm gonna go ahead and give this clip an F. You know, we don't even do that, but
No.
but that's what's happening right now. I feel like we need
this guy
a
shouldn't get
palate
anything.
cleanser.
No prizes.
No, just you're off my show. Now this chick apparently is really good at playing the Star Spangled Banner with a ukulele, so it better make me feel better. Okay, I'm feeling a little better.
She's not shredding though.
She's gonna get, maybe she'll get there. It's mildly impressive. It's mildly impressive.
It's a good rendition.
Yeah, I want more. I thought that she was gonna shred. Oh, maybe she's gonna kick it in. All right. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're talking. Yeah.
Damn, dude, she is so good.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking impressive, honestly. That was awesome. I dug that. That actually,
was cool.
That actually made me feel a lot better. That was a good.
After
ballad.
that boner of a clip,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
really spun it up.
That did. We needed that. We definitely needed that. This one's called "Excuse Me, Are You Jesus?" It's a music video. I hope it's as good as the last one. Missed my flight home. Sorry, babe. We miss you. Some text from this chick to this dude, it looks like. Uh-oh. This is gonna
Wait,
be
did he get
terrible.
a text from Jesus?
I don't know.
Because I'm going to say, if this is the ringtone that it makes when Jesus texts your phone, I'm going to be freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, right?
To make an early flight.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to get home to see my children and my wife.
Yeah, you did.
I rushed around the corner. An apple stand was there.
This guy's got a boner.
Till I knocked it over.
Uh-oh.
The fruit went everywhere.
Why are you knocking over fruit at the airport?
I kept on
First
Why
off,
the fuck is there an
why-
old-timey fruit
Yeah, why is
stand
there-
at the fucking airport?
Well, inaccurate. There's never been that much fruit at an airport. And if there was, you know how expensive it would be? It'd be ridiculous.
That'd be a $35 apple.
Yes, exactly.
You just knocked over like $200
Yeah,
worth of apples.
sir, get the fuck back here. You're not getting on your flight to go bone your wife. You need to deal with these fucking apples. You're a bad human being. All right.
Till I knocked it over.
Yeah, why is
the fruit went everywhere.
careless? Maybe you shouldn't be on your fucking phone texting your wife, you horny piece of shit. You should
Eyes
look
up,
where,
Buster.
Look where
You're
fucking
walking to an
going.
airport.
Yeah, get it together.
At first I kept on going. I just couldn't miss that plane.
Yeah, because you're a dickhead.
I looked over my shoulder,
Huh?
not stopping to explain. The girl was down there on her knees.
Wait a minute.
Groping round to find the apples scattered on the floor. And then I saw the girl was blind.
You knocked over a blind
need.
She knocked over this blind bitch's apples at the airport.
Why are we letting blind girls run apple stands at the fucking airport?
I don't know. There's an OSHA liability there for sure.
One, how does she do inventory of all of her food?
I mean, she probably could touch the apples, and you know.
How would she know if she's just touched an apple she already counted?
No, that's a good point. Fair point. Fair point.
Exactly.
Blind people are less than for sure. That's
second to third class citizens.
Uh-huh.
At least.
As the plane was leaving,
yeah.
I stopped to lend a hand.
Okay.
I picked up all the apples.
See, do you think this guy, now he's back to help pick up the apples for the blind chick, but do you think if the blind chick wasn't blind, he would be helping pick up the apples? If she was regularly sighted, I don't think he would have stopped to pick these apples up.
What, bro? What if she's not even blind? She just does the blind thing because it happens so often. She doesn't want to constantly pick them up. So she has to do like a little blind feeling around, and then somebody comes and picks up all her apples.
I mean, that is a good grift, but also she's probably the worst type of human being because she's the dumbass that opened a fruit stand in an airport, you know, right across from the goddamn gate. Who does that?
Restored the apple stand.
All right, you're restoring the apple
replace
stand.
the bruised and broken and her fingers pressed some big.
I thought he was gonna steal an
As
apple.
I hugged her narrow shoulders, she reached
Wait a minute.
to hold me still.
So the blind chick is happy. All right, thanks for helping me pick up the apples. You're such a hero. You bought one. Now I'm gonna give you an embracing hug. It's a little weird.
I don't want a hug. I don't want a pity hug from some blind apple stander.
Get off me, blind bitch. I'm just trying to catch my flight to bone my wife back home.
And said,
This guy's got good hair, bro. Look at this guy's hair.
Oh, that's poor hair. He's mostly bald.
Yeah, I can see why he's wearing that hat in the first scene there.
"Excuse me, are you Jesus?
Wait a minute.
Is that why you were so kind?"
So this blind chick.
Hold the fucking phone.
Hang on.
How bad is this girl's life that someone literally just helped her once and she's like, "Are you Jesus?"
Well, she got that terrible business advice for opening a fruit stand at the airport. So, number one, she's skeptical of all human beings, which I don't blame her. So that, yes, when one human being doesn't just steal her goddamn apples, it actually, like, helps him pick them up and buys one, it's a big deal to her.
How does she know he didn't steal one? I mean, he could have paid for one, but taken like.
That's what I'm saying. That's what happens. That's why she thinks he's Jesus, because maybe, you know, he just comes across as like a better dude than that, you know?
"Excuse me, are you Jesus? To have had me on your mind. You picked up.
You're the asshole that knocked over the apples in the first place. You should be doing that. It's nothing to be about having you on the mind. You're fucking like, that's your social responsibility. It's nothing about Jesus, you dickhead.
It was like you did what you were supposed to do, and now you're like, oh, I could be
fucking,
Jesus.
I'm so holy. I'm a hero.
Of all the pieces, the bruised and broken parts, you put me back in business. You were
You put me back in business for buying a fucking apple?
You bought $20 worth of apples, and now you're the savior of the business.
Thanks. Good. Yeah. Now I can last another day at my airport apple stand.
Jesus to my heart. Once I was bruised and broken, blind and groping on my way. When someone stopped to help me, paid the damage, and made me say, "Excuse me."
I've had my fill.
I can't take this is like a bad pandering.
This is. I mean, I'm pretty sure we got the gist of what happens here in this, because it's just repeating of the same footage over and over again now of this goddamn hero that knocks over apples willy-nilly in airports and buys $20 worth of them. There you go. Good job, that guy who did that song, you piece of shit. Fuck off. That's probably all I have to say about that. Let's check out Come On Down to Import Pete's Parrot Palace.
I hear you're having problems with your parrots. They are bullying you around and biting and screaming. But little bugger won't let you pet or scratch it. But it's time to stop the stupidity. I am Carl of Import Pete's Parrot Palace and Wicker Furniture. We offer complete avian behavior augmentation services from the itty-bittiest
bit.
It's an itty-bitty bit, but it's a bit.
It's a bit.
budgie that is nibbling on your ear to the loudest cockatoo that screams from dawn until dusk. We change the behavior that is driving you batty.
Done. No more bits. Putting my foot down.
We need some real content.
I need some real fucking clips. What is this? American
Have you seen the
Terminal?
hottest new money-making opportunity?
Okay, yeah. This apparently was a real thing. This is a real thing. It was in the notes that this specifically was real. So I don't think this is a bit. This is American Terminal, and I think it's some like money-making scheme. So that existed in malls and shit. Look at this.
Okay.
I never heard of it before I checked this out.
Have you seen the hottest new money-making opportunity since payphones and ATM machines?
Whoa.
The Public Internet Access Terminal from American Terminal can put you in business for yourself.
Fuck
The best
yeah.
locations are still available. Hotels, malls, airports, hospitals, truck stops, coffee shops, and more will soon have Public Internet Access Terminals. People love them. They do everything. Send and receive email,
The concept of this is unbelievable. That you would, I'm gonna go to the mall because I got a few emails I need to go send.
What?
It's gonna go check out. Like imagine people just watching YouTube at the mall on the on the thing there.
Well, I mean, I guess if it was back in the day when not everybody had internet,
that's
or
what it
maybe
is.
you
Yeah.
were super limited on your or like your internet, so you had to do it like this.
That's kind of cool though. It says up top, data ports for laptop. Click here, so you theoretically you could plug one of these things in to your laptop, and then you'd be able to get internet for a price. So I can see what they're doing here, like
I want to see what the price is.
Yeah, me too.
email, including photos and videos. Surf the internet. Call up to 118 countries with voice over IP, and even sell prepaid phone cards. They take both cash and credit cards, and every minute someone is on your American terminal is money in your pocket. All you do is collect the cash. Call now. The best locations are going fast. Call American Terminal for a free information kit. USA Today says public access internet terminals may soon become as common as pay telephones and vending machines.
USA Today got that fucking wrong, didn't they?
I was gonna say, Owen, what was the like window of viability of this like item?
6 months. 6 months it had to have been, dude. Like, not long, right? Not long at all.
Because I mean, first of all, how do you get the internet to that terminal? Right? You have to have figured out a way
No
to
one knows.
get.
No one knows. That's why you're paying this calling this 800.
You don't know where the
number.
internet even comes from.
No, bro.
Pick up the phone now. Your future is waiting.
I mean, I feel like we should buy a couple of these and go down to Fashion Square, start a
Plop them down.
Plop them down. Yeah. What if it was just like literally we take one of our laptops, we hook it up to the public Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
And then we just create our own terminal and be like, yeah, you can use it for, $3 a minute.
What, you don't want to be on the public network?
This is the
private cool guy network.
Yeah, this is like the advanced internet. This is for super users. Like
you're probably not a super user,
nah,
so you probably don't even need it.
You might not need it, but to each their own. Anyway, that was clips.
Clips! You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. You know you want 'em, baby. You know we got 'em, baby. Clips! You know we got 'em, baby. Clips!
Yep. Clips always a good time, except for there's a couple clips didn't
couple buster clips.
Couple good ones though. I mean, that ukulele chick, she did it. She did it pretty good for me there, and as bad as that, excuse me, are you Jesus clip one was, I am fascinated.
Pretty hilarious.
Well, I'm pretty fascinated with the airport apple stand for sure. So at least it had that. Let's talk about a couple more things before we get out of here. And one of those was this deal where I saw this the other day, and I thought it was pretty rad. I should have pulled it for clips, honestly, but I'll just describe it. If you've seen this clip, it was on Easter this weekend, or whatever this past Easter was. It was like some like Catholic church, right? And there's this priest or whatever, and he lights, I guess, I don't know anything about this shit, but he lights this like pyre of sorts where it's like a tower, right? And he goes like up to the top. And then it shoots this fucking like, they got the doors open to the church, fucking gets to the top of this tower, fucking this thing like basically like catches fire, another like firework, and that thing comes zipping down the aisle of the church and out the door. If I can find the video, I'll post it, because I don't have really any explanation for it, but I'm like, that would get me to go to church more right there. Like, let's get some fireworks zipping out the door in church.
Do you remember when all you had to do to like get people to come to your church was play like contemporary music?
Yeah.
Like you just had to have like one electric guitar up there, and people were like, "What?
Whoa, they're super like with the times. Like, oh man, like
They're
this is
cool.
edgy. They're cool. Yeah." Now
I feel like you have to have a full-on like audio-visual presentation.
Absolutely, you do. Absolutely.
Or else nobody's coming to your. If you run a church and you just get up there every week and you just talk for an hour,
yeah,
I'm probably not going to come.
Probably not going to bother. What I do want to talk about, though, more importantly, is a question that you had on our list here, and you ask it. It's the second one that you threw up there.
Okay, so I enjoy a snack. You know me. I like the snackies. And like a long time snack that I really enjoy is a nice chip, a nice potato chip. But I feel like recently there are flavors that I want that just aren't there.
Don't exist.
I think we need newer, better flavor chips.
America is way behind on the potato chip flavor game in comparison to the UK and Canada.
I've heard Canada has some amazing flavors.
They're all just the ones from the UK that they import. Like the Canadian chips are actually the ripoff of British chips, like, to be quite frank. Like, I'm not letting these goddamn Canucks, take all the goddamn...
Steal my chip flavors.
Yeah, come on, get out of here. You know what we got in the UK? Worcestershire flavored sauce.
That'd be a good chip.
That's a good chip. You need that. Similar to over here, you get like the prime rib flavored chip here and there. You can get that. Those are more widespread, and I forget what they call them. I think they just call them like steak chips or something. Like they're, but similar deal. And it's it's like a meaty flavor. I got you one here. Rotisserie chicken flavored potato chip.
I'd be okay. I'd be cool with that.
It's delicious, and it's then they make a variant of that is turkey and stuffing flavored potato chips.
Why don't they have that?
Then they have turkey and gravy and mashed potatoes flavored chips. It exists, man. It exists. See, your mind is blown. Prawn cocktail flavored potato chips. Sounds gross. Actually delicious, to be honest with you.
It's like shrimp and cocktail sauce, right?
It's awesome. It's cocktail sauce. It's just cocktail sauce.
Oh, I'd love that.
It's basically cocktail sauce chips.
Dude, so as a general rule,
ketchup flavored chips.
If there is a utility for ketchup, I would almost always rather substitute cocktail sauce for ketchup.
Yep. Horseradish. We've got those horseradish flavored potato chips.
Horseradish chips would be the bomb.
Yep.
Okay. So
did I already blow your what flavored game you've even got thinking? Because I got you, man. I'm on this. I'm an early adopter because I'm British to different flavors of potato chips that you don't even know about.
So I think a lot of American chips go like there's only a couple routes. It's like you either got to do something cheese flavored,
cheesy.
They do hot.
Yeah.
Then they're just
boring.
Okay. So you just made a hot chip.
Yeah, boring.
Or then it's just some combination of like some dressing that we have, like ranch. They're like, oh, we made ranch chips.
Gross.
What a chip that I want that I feel we don't have. Caramelized onion.
That would be a good chip.
That'd be a banger of a chip.
That would be a banger of a chip. I can get behind that. I mean, even if you want to just take it to like gravy flavored chip, which caramelized onions
Yeah.
are typically going to be in. I think you can go that route as well. An underrated chip that exists in America that a lot of people you don't hear talk about is the dill pickle flavored chip. Now, that was like within the last 10 years, the dill pickle potato chip came on the scene, I want to say.
Right.
It's a recent addition, and I think that was a bold addition for American potato chips, and we need more of that. We need more of that innovation.
Yeah, I mean, what is there a chip flavor that it's got to be so it should be out there?
It's so
but just ain't?
obvious.
I mean, again, I feel like
Again,
they've had
that
a long
cocktail
time.
sauce or a horseradish one, something like that. That seems
would
that seems an obvious, easy one to do.
yeah, but we don't over here for
no.
some reason.
No, I don't get it.
Why do American flavors get like funneled into like 2 or 3
different
flavors if you're
categories,
not
yeah.
going to be sweet? If you're going to be sweet, like you have all the fruit flavored options, but if you're not like a sweet, if you're savory,
If you're just going full savory, mushroom flavored potato chip.
oh, like a roasted mushroom.
A roasted mushroom would be delicious. That would rule.
There are some seasonings that we just use.
Sriracha flavored potato chip. Why does that not exist? I guess that probably does. I'm sure that
falls like hot under like hot chips.
Yeah. But like maybe even like a different type of hot, you could do it with like kimchi flavored potato chip.
Yeah.
Like
I think once you start hitting like the nationality flavors, like then I mean then we're just kind of back to if America was like, oh, Italian, it would just be like tomato sauce and cheese chips.
Okay, here's one for you. America is famous for its barbecue, and it has several different types of famous barbecue. You've got Texas barbecue, you've got St. Louis style, you've got you've got your sweeter, you got the more vinegary, all those different. Why do we have just one barbecue flavored potato chip by Lay's?
And it's always the hickory sweet.
Okay, I've talked about this with friends of mine for years. There was a point they changed the recipe for the barbecue potato chip. It didn't always taste, and there were two for a while, and there was a better one, the old one, and the newer one.
Yeah.
I much prefer the older one. Whatever that was different about it.
So
I need to look that up because I'm sure I'm right on this. I don't think this is some weird Nelson Mandela effect. I remember when they changed it, it was like a slow burn out from one to the other.
So I think I do believe what happened there is Lay's barbecue potato chips used to be their barbecue flavoring used to come from like Casey Masterpiece. It was a barbecue sauce.
Oh, did they lose their contract or something with them?
I think at some point they
That's what
decided
happened.
to forego and
It's probably
switch
cheaper, to a cheaper manufacturer.
barbecue flavoring.
I think you nailed it on the head. I never thought of it, but
because I remember it used
to be on the bottle. It used to be on the bottle of the bag.
The bottle was on the bag,
that's
and
way
then they
gone.
switched, and
Yep.
now it's just barbecue, and it's not barbecue by Casey Masterpiece
Yep.
anymore.
But why can't they
That is what happened to your barbecue chip.
But they're missing the mark on that. Why not team up with all these different barbecue sauce manufacturers, and now you can have a variation of this barbecue, 3 or 4 different barbecue, style of potato chips. Why do we need to keep it as one?
Dude,
we're genius.
We're genius. I have honestly
Hire
seen
us, Big Potato.
Big Chip.
Big Chip.
Holla at your boys.
Yeah,
we got
it.
you fixed.
We got it.
Bro, what about a sausage gravy flavored chip?
It's not necessarily for me, but I can see it working and I can see the appeal, so I'm not even gonna be mad.
Is it a British thing that you're not as into sausage gravy?
Well, sausage gravy is a total Southern thing. Like,
okay, so
that's
check.
But I can see it work, and it's not like that I dislike it. I can eat it. I've had it. It's not bad. It's just not something I'm gonna like. Like if I see that in the store, I'm not gonna grab it every time.
Okay, so did we watch it here on the show, or it might have been something that I watched independently? But they took it was like 6 British school children, and they sat them down. They're like, "Hey, kids, we want to have you try some American foods, and like you tell us like what you think of them,
right?
And every food they would put in front of them, they're like, I don't know, it looks a little dodgy. I don't know, and then they taste it and be like,
oh, this fucking rules!
Holy shit!
Yeah, they love it.
And so they finally get them to sausage and gravy, and they tell them like, this is what like Americans call sausage and gravy, and like, well, that's not gravy.
No,
that's not fucking gravy at all. It's white.
It's white.
For
First
one.
off, like
that's not fucking gravy.
Yeah, get it together.
And they're like, okay, you've like said your piece about it. Now try it.
Yeah.
And the kids are all like sheepish about like trying to like cut into this biscuit, and they get it in their mouths and they're like, holy shit, this is gravy. This should be gravy from now on. They're like, fuck the brown shit. Like, this should be new gravy.
No, they're wrong. I mean, I would never go that far. White gravy has its place, but you have to admit, sausage gravy and biscuits and everything, white gravy looks pretty unappetizing. Like, I can understand.
Oh, it looks like a plate of slop.
Yeah, I can understand why they would be hesitant to eat it. But back to our chip thing real quick. What we are missing out on what we could do with the chip collaboration industry. And this is what we need to be doing. Seriously, do you realize how much money you could make if you made a Lay's potato chip that tasted exactly like McDonald's fries?
Oh, that'd be intense.
People would buy the fuck out of those. Then you take it a step further. What if you had one that tasted like Checkers fries? What if you had one? Because they already did this back in the day. I don't think you can get them anymore, but I used to actually love. There was a chip that was a TGI Fridays potato skins chip. It was
I remember that. It was a thicker chip.
It was thicker, Pringle-ish shaped, like half like the size of a Pringle.
And it was sold by TGI Fridays. It was sold like the bag was labeled as TGI Fridays. Yeah.
Those were
remember these.
Those were actually really quite good. They were, you know, all it is realistically like a cheddar cheese chip with sour cream and onion kind of thing in there, and maybe a dash of bacon-ish, flavoring.
Yeah,
but they were good. I think you could do a million things like that. Like where you've got.
Bro, why are we not doing broccoli and cheddar chips?
I feel like you could do that. Yeah,
you could get away with that so easy.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could.
Bro, pesto chip. Why aren't we doing pesto chips?
Yeah.
Pesto on a chip would be delicioso.
Now we know, like, some people would probably find it heresy, and I know we're drifting, kind of back into that like hot market. But what if you actually had a salsa flavored potato chip?
That'd be amazing. And
I think it would work.
I believe, well, Sun Chip does it, but I mean, it's a Sun Chip.
I forgot about those, but that's different. It's not. That's too grainy that it takes away from like. I want my full salsa crisp. Yeah.
Well, me and my wife talked about it, where it was literally like, dude, I don't want any other Sun Chips, but the garden salsa variety of Sun Chip.
I'm Harvest Cheddar all day with its Sun Chip.
Oh, Harvest Cheddar's too much. The cheddar flavor's too much.
Oh, I love me a Harvest Cheddar. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I will fuck up a bag of Sun Chips, but it's gotta be garden salsa.
No, I think I'm Harvest Cheddar. Harvest Cheddar. That's what I wanted to mention too. You were talking about chips and everything, but I've long been saying that White Claw needs to hear me out on a flavor, and then they need a goddamn sour apple White Claw.
Oh, that'd be good. I'd be in for that.
Or maybe not even sour apple, but just green apple, Granny Smith apple White Claw. That's what it needs to be.
I think you're actually on the right spot. Do a whole like 4-pack sour flavors.
Yeah, you could do that. Sour lemon, sour I think you could.
Sour cherry, sour apple,
sour raspberry kind of thing.
Yeah, do like a mixed berry where you make it all just. Why have you not done blue raspberry yet, White Claw?
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, get on it.
Blue raspberry is like one of the most popular flavors of all times.
Yep.
In every variety, in any candy, in any drink variety it comes out to, blue raspberry turns into like an instant classic favorite.
It's because, didn't Truly do it? Or one of the other ones did it, I think, first. So they probably shy away from it, I want to say.
We didn't land first sale on a blue raspberry, so we're not gonna fuck with it.
White Claw does feel like they're a little elitist. That if like somebody else, they're like,
bro, and they have lost. They have
a lot of market share.
A lot of market share.
Well, just be honestly, they're doing just fine. It's just because that now there's like 1.5 million other ones that have come out. Every company's got their own. I still think White Claw is my favorite. And it's the best of the bunch. But now you're getting in like a lot of breweries are making their own seltzers. Like,
it's probably cheap as fuck to be making seltzer as compared.
You don't even have to have hops. Like it's a totally different world. But my buddy out in Colorado, Colorado's got millions of breweries everywhere. And a lot of those breweries will sell their, kind of like they do here, but like they'll partner with local, liquor stores and have like small distribution in the area, basically at like supermarkets or whatever. And a bunch of those places, like, and there's a big, I forget which one he likes, but there's a pretty famous one. It's pretty popular out there. That is a hard seltzer. That's like that. It's from a local place. That it's a local hard seltzer. A lot of people want to buy a local one, and it apparently tastes really, really good. It's a high quality, and people are willing, much like craft beer, willing to spend the extra $1 or $2 to get
just to have a local one,
to have something a little like higher quality or whatever it is. So I kind of find that fascinating. That like that's probably the future with that market, I would guess, but who knows? You want to do a little of this or that and get out of here, buddy?
Yeah, time for a little bit of this or that.
I feel like we have to explain to everybody every time we do this that this is just definitely not a a second version
of rebrand of
Versus, but it definitely isn't, and it's definitely different.
It's an all original new skit,
and I guess it's a little boring just because it is me and Mikey and me doing this or that, but it's fine. We'll roll with it all the same.
And that's why I made it a super relevant one for just me and you.
All right.
Guys, first of all, welcome to This or That, where I basically give out some options. You guys pick the options that you like, and then I tell you what mine is too. We chit-chat a little bit about it. It's some fun. And since it was just going to be you and me tonight, Owen, I figured let's make it something that you and I both know, we both love, and that is the 7-Eleven, and more specifically, the snacks from the 7-Eleven.
Yes.
Because you know your boy does love to get a little munchy at the 7-Eleven. So I picked some things today, and we're gonna choose out. And we're gonna start this one with the liquid side of the 7-Eleven snack. Now these are all going to be products that are 7-Eleven branded themselves.
Gotcha.
You can go pick up a Pepsi and you can enjoy that.
Sure.
Like, fuck that.
Sure. Yeah.
So we're going to start out with the liquid side of this. Owen, would you rather have a Big Gulp or a Slurpee?
Slurpee all day long. It's real rare. It's probably been 3 years since I've had one. But I do occasionally like a Slurpee, and I want blue.
True.
I
usually Coke cherry mix, because they almost always have Coke and cherry.
No, I want blue. If I'm just going. I want my straight blue.
But if you got a blue raspberry, I'm definitely a fan.
Yeah. Big Gulp. I don't think I've ever purchased a Big Gulp of anything. And most of the time, if you're buying a Big Gulp anyway, you're just buying a Big Gulp of, like you kind of said, you're buying it of Pepsi, Coke, whatever you're filling it with. That's all a Big Gulp is.
A Big Gulps for me were always just you had to buy a Big Gulp so that you could have a lot of mixer to pour all your
shit in. Yeah. You know,
but again, I have poured alcohol inside of a Slurpee, and so
and you weren't disappointed either.
Nah, not at all. I will say I do love a Slurpee. Always have, always will. I love on 7-Eleven Day what they've been doing for the past couple of years.
That's cool. They give you a freebie.
They give you a free Slurpee, but now what they've been doing is they come through and they say, hey, bring whatever vessel you want. As long as it fits in this hole,
we'll give you it.
We'll let you fill it full of fucking Slurpee, I guess.
That is a solid move. That is a solid move on the Slurpee part.
Yeah.
Or
So
on the
Slurpee is the
Sevi.
big winner here today, guys.
All right.
Moving forward to...
Oh, hang on. Oh, wait. Nope.
Yeah. I was wondering what you're actually going for there. So, Owen, moving right along to two very well-known pieces of 7-Eleven snackable accoutrement.
Oh.
You have, Owen, would you rather have a 7-Eleven roller grill hot dog or the old big, you know what I'm talking about, a big bite? Would you rather have a 7-Eleven roller grill taquito?
What taquito?
We'll keep it simple. The one they almost always have, taco and cheese.
Big bite all day. Not even a close decision. Big bite is the superior of the two. Unless they've got a couple, like, I get tempted with the chicken fajita. I believe that's what it is. The chicken fajita taquito is a solid move, and I will get tempted to sway away from the religion of the big bite. But most of the time, and I do occasionally, but no, I always come. It's the big bite's the tried and true, and I'm always coming back.
I more than likely would go for the taquito.
Yeah, you're taquito man.
But they have recently introduced. I didn't put it in the options because it's only very new, so I don't know if everyone's had a chance to have it.
Mm-hmm.
But they have started putting a big bite in a little burrito roll.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know what they put in? What they encase that hot dog in, Owen?
Mm-hmm. Tell me.
Chili cheese.
Okay, now we're talking. Now,
so it's a mini. It's like a taquito-sized burrito filled with a hot dog and chili cheese.
This might be something that I will definitely have to try.
Now, I will caution you. If you eat it, you will spray the back of your toilet.
Yeah.
I've done it twice. I've had two of them. Both times resulted in spray diarrhea.
Sure.
But
it was worth it.
Oh, so worth it.
Sometimes
it's so good.
Sometimes you got to do it. Now, stop me if this is one or your last this or that, if it's on any of these lists, but there for a while there, I haven't seen them in forever, but there was a jalapeno popper thing they were throwing on them rollers.
Mm-hmm. They do exist. They're
rare now. I think. Like for a while though, like I'm not kidding. I think I got a little addicted to those for a little bit. Like
stopping in for a popper, popper taquito.
Like I didn't even need smokes or beer. I'm like, I gotta stop at 7-Eleven or just get myself a jalapeno popper.
Yeah, it was the taquito.
I got sad. Like I just got sad when they removed them. Like they stopped popping up at my Sevi.
Yeah, because basically it was the taquito wrapper, cream cheese, and jalapeno.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Oh, so good.
I did kind of like. I'm glad they took them away from me because there was one time I bought like too many of them. Like they had like the chick behind the counter had noticed that like I was coming in a lot and getting these.
She cut you off?
No. She like, I think she had it was one of like I was there late at night and she had like a shit ton of them. So she like. I bought 2, but she gave me like 6 or something like some ridiculous number, right? Like she just like we're throwing these away anyway. Take all the extras, or
Yeah.
So, and I did kind of get to that point where like I was so excited and I ate them all fast and I made myself like sick on them, just like like I ate like by about like 4, I'm like getting into number 5, I'm like. I don't even think I like this anymore. So, and then it was like a couple weeks later, they were gone on the thing. So I think, I don't know, maybe it was my fault.
So I think it is something that just happens with this jalapeno popper thing.
Yeah.
Because when I was working for Tijuana, they had a thing called an atom bomb, which was basically a large version of what you're.
Yeah.
It was a flauta just filled with cream cheese and jalapenos, and they're so delicious. But I did very much the same thing where I got hooked, and I was eating like one whole atom bomb plate a day.
Yeah.
And then it got to. There was a day where we made like 3 of them, and then somebody didn't come pick them up.
And you felt like you had to eat them
all. And I was
all.
like, I guess I'm going to eat them. And I ate 3 of them and threw up a bunch of cream cheese.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is.
And was just like,
I think it's just the amount of cream cheese. Like, I love it, but it's like there is a point when cream cheese gets to like, oh man, too much cream cheese. Like, oh, it's I get you. Do you have one more?
All right, so Owen, this is the granddaddy of them all now. These are some very storied items at the 7-Eleven. Owen, would you rather have a slice of 7-Eleven pizza? Not bad, very delicious in its own right. Or one of my all-time favorites, the 7-Eleven pressed Cuban.
The answer to this,
there's only one, and I already know it,
is very simple. It's Cuban all day long.
All day long, dude.
First off, the Cuban ain't that bad. That thing has saved my life, I think, a couple of times.
So many times.
And so I do owe it that. More so than that pizza, which I'm gonna be real with you, dude. You said it's not that bad. It's fucking disgusting. 7-Eleven pizza is fucking disgusting.
Better than Totino's.
I disagree. I would eat Totino's all day long over that. Sorry. No. That's just not. No. But that Cuban, you're dead on point. You're on point all the way.
No, it's so good,
and you have to have them press it. You have to have them press it.
Oh yeah, you can't. I've never seen anyone just like a monster eat a 7-Eleven Cuban raw.
I think I did it. I think I grabbed one, and I've eaten one like in a rush, like without it being toasted and all that. But
and you were just like,
it was underwhelming, but it was still better than the 7-Eleven pizza.
Okay, so Owen, would you rather have a pressed 7-Eleven Cuban or a Cuban from a real restaurant that they just put together and didn't press?
7-Eleven pressed. 7-Eleven pressed over Zaza's unpressed. I'm going 7-Eleven pressed. Zaza's is a Cuban place in town, by the way.
And they make a decent Cuban.
And they make a really good Cuban. But no, I'm going, if it's unpressed, I'm doing the 7-Eleven pressed. Yeah.
Way to go, 7-Eleven. You
go.
Know what? The real winner in all of this
is me and you.
Me and you, because we got to enjoy 7-Eleven.
Exactly. Thank you so much for that, Mikey. That was a really good this and that. We do have to wrap things up. It is the end of the show. And it is with this that I will bid you adieu for a few weeks. Like I said, plenty of content that's going to be coming your way. Mike will still be here. Hopefully Ty will be back and he can contribute. The show will do and will, of course, always go on like it has done since 2010. But yes, bear with us. I mean, your boy just, he needs vacation. I mean,
he needs his 4th vacation this year.
I need to go and do my vacation-y things. Thank you for, seriously, thank you for dealing with this. I will miss this. I will miss you all. And And I'll be checking in on the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Oh No Radio Show. Also, there'll be, still content appearing periodically, hopefully, over at ohnowrestling.com, and facebook.com/group/ohnowrestling. Please leave me a voicemail, 407-906-6466. I'll still be checking those while I'm out there in Portugal and Amsterdam. Let me know if you've been there and there's anything cool I need to go see. Patreon.com/ONRS, because, you gotta fund my vacations somehow. And with that, Mikey, what do we say when we get out of here? Yeah!